When Lily moved into the old Armitage building, she loved everything about it, except the hallway mirror. It stood right by the elevator, tall and cracked, covered in a thin layer of dust.
These days, some horror channels on YouTube are growing insanely fast. Every video gets millions of views. They're making spine-chilling horror videos with just a few clicks using AI. Today, I'm going to show you a complete roadmap, how to build your own AI horror story channel where your videos don't just go viral, they practically make themselves. Let's start with the process. ChatGPT is basically your writer, your creative brain. It writes those kinds of stories that haunt people's minds all night long. Here's the exact prompt I use myself, the one that gives me a viral, cinematic story every single time. You are an expert horror story writer who creates viral, cinematic, and narration-style stories for YouTube. Write a 1,500-word horror story in a narration tone that keeps viewers hooked till the end. The story must have a strong opening hook, slow suspense build-up, creepy atmosphere, a shocking twist ending. Use simple conversational English. Add pause, sound of footsteps, sound of door creak, cues for tension. Structure in 3 acts. Setup, suspense, twist, theme. An old mirror that reflects something that isn't real. Once you enter this prompt, ChatGPT literally writes you a movie script, a story that you can directly turn into a voiceover. No writing skills, no overthinking. You get a fully ready, cinematic horror script, formatted like a film. Bonus trick: if you want people to keep coming back to your channel, don't just create random stories. Build a connected horror universe. Just tell ChatGPT, create 5 connected horror stories that belong to the same universe. Each story should end on a suspenseful cliffhanger. Now every story connects to the next, and your audience will keep asking, when's the next episode coming? After your story is written, just ask ChatGPT. Now write a viral YouTube title under 70 characters, a short SEO description, and 10 horror-related hashtags. Boom! You now have a fully optimized YouTube horror package. Story, title, description, hashtags. Now that the story is written, it's time to bring it to life. And this is where Grok enters the stage. This AI tool transforms your written words into cinematic horror visuals. You need cinematic scene-based prompts. And the smartest trick is, get those prompts from ChatGPT itself. Just type this command in ChatGPT. Give me visual scenes from this horror story that would look perfect in a cinematic video adaptation. ChatGPT will now break your story down into powerful visual moments, the same ones you can use directly in Grok. These lines are your real image prompts. Now take those 10 scene lines and paste them into Grok, but add a cinematic style, like this. Create a cinematic, ultra-realistic horror image in 16:9 ratio. Style: dark, foggy, emotional, with film lighting. Scene: insert your scene. Grok reads this just like a film director talking to his DOP, and within seconds, it creates a frame that feels like midnight chills. A single frame that can send shivers down your viewer's spine. Here's where the real magic happens. Once you've got your image, just click on it and choose Make Video. In a few seconds, that still image transforms into a short cinematic motion clip. Fog moves, lights flicker, and the whole scene comes alive. Now imagine doing this for every scene, and within minutes you've got a complete horror short film without ever filming anything. At this stage, you now have a ready horror story, scene-by-scene cinematic image prompts, Grok visuals and motion clips, viral title and SEO description. That means 80% of your video is ready. But one thing's missing, the voice that brings it all to life.
For that, we'll use Google AI Studio's Gemini 2.5 Pro text-to-speech model. Here, you can generate a cinematic, emotional horror narration without recording anything. Just go to Generate Media, choose Speech from the sidebar, paste your script, pick the voice you like, and boom, your AI voiceover is ready. Once it's generated, download the audio file.
Now only one final step remains. where everything comes together into a real, viral horror video. And that happens inside CapCut. Welcome to CapCut. Open CapCut and start a new project. Import 3 things: the narration voiceover from Gemini, visuals and motion clips from Grok, background horror music or ambience. Now start arranging them in the timeline. Sync each visual perfectly with its scene in the narration. That sync is what immerses your viewer, making them feel like the story is unfolding before their eyes. Add subtle ambience like wind blowing, door creaks, heartbeats, or rain. Next, go to Effects, add some light horror transitions like fade-ins and fade-outs. They're cinematic and perfect for horror pacing. Then open the text section and use auto captions for better engagement. Adjust their timing and placement neatly. When your video is ready, export it with these settings: resolution 1080p, FPS 24 for that cinematic film look, bitrate high quality. So think about it. No camera, no mic, no actors, just AI and your imagination. And you've built a full cinematic horror video. Now it's your turn. Are you ready to start your own AI horror channel? And if you want me to do a breakdown on how to create viral AI horror thumbnails in the next video, just comment below AI thumbnail. This is the future of storytelling. The future is automated.